Hey, what up? What up? This is my my post-fight review for the Terence Crawford horn fight. As you know, Terence Crawford won via TKO. I think it was the 10th or 9th round. And I said in my prediction that if Crawford won, it would probably be late or would go down to the 12th round decision. I didn't, and obviously my prediction was right. Well, I wasn't exactly decisive of if it would be a a knockout or unanimous decision, but I said if he would get, the stoppage, it would be late. So I guess I was right on that point. But yeah, man, I'm still, waking up and doing this video. I'm still excited of the fight I saw last night. I'm still thinking about it. Still going through YouTube, watching various videos of different fighters, making reactions to it, and different boxing channels, making their own reaction to it. And I'm just, man, this is so much to talk about. I'm wrapped with my words because I don't even know what to say because I'm still in shock. Like, man, Bud Crawford, man, he's the real deal, man. He's exceptional. There's so many things he did right in that fight. I said, and there's so many, man. There's not much fighters just in general that could be, if not any, that could be a skilled fighter like, Bud Crawford, Terence Crawford. There's not much, just on a skills base. We're not even talking about all the intangibles of that goes into a fight in terms of your heart, your courage, your will. We already know Crawford has that, but just on skill base and then add will and heart, man. There's not many that's gonna beat Bud Crawford, man. What he did last night to Jeff Horn was amazing, and I said in my last video I was right too. Just because you got more size than somebody does not necessarily mean that you're stronger than that person. I like what Andre Ward said. Jeff Horn came in there looking like a linebacker, and Terence Crawford came in there looking like a wide receiver, and out-muscled him through the whole fight, and you could see that during the fight. Bro, Crawford was just manhandling him, swinging him around the ring and winning the clinch battles, and he looked like the bigger man in that ring last night, but he's actually a smaller guy than him. But it didn't mean anything, like Crawford said. Crawford's much like he's kind of like Andre Ward. He comes in smaller than his opponent, but when the opponent gets the feel of Crawford or Andre Ward, they're actually much stronger than you think. And that's what Jeff Horn felt last night. Jeff Horn could not handle Crawford last night. I didn't give Horn not one round. This fight was actually easier than I thought it would be. Crawford went finished the fight unscathed, no marks on his face. And Crawford was just a bit too strong, too fast, too skilled for him. The difference in him and Manny Pacquiao, you can see it in this fight. There's levels to it. Manny Pacquiao is a legendary fighter, a good fighter, but he doesn't have the skills that Crawford has. He doesn't have the levels and the skills that that Crawford has. He doesn't have the footwork. Manny Pacquiao only knows one thing, is to go forward. He doesn't know how to fight moving backwards. He doesn't have the defense that Crawford has. Even though Crawford's defense, it's an A+, it's a top tier defense, but it's not like Mayweather's defense, but it's good enough. But yeah, man, Pacquiao doesn't have that next level, skill set that Crawford has. Footwork, defense, knowing to be patient. And the thing about Crawford, He's very patient in that ring too, but he's not too patient, like where he just becomes where he can just lose the fight at the same time. You know, there's certain fighters, if you're too patient, you could end up losing the fight. So he has that healthy medium with him. You know what I'm saying? He does just enough, and sometimes some more to make sure that he's winning the fight, or he's gonna win. You know, to make sure he's gonna win the fight. But in that ring, Crawford was like I said, was way too strong for Horn, way too fast. You know, Horn was straight up and down. You know, Horn has no really any boxing skills. You know, he really doesn't have any type of boxing skills. There's really no levels to his game. He's just straight, you know, come forward. He'll try to do some freaky jerky move, try to move his head a little bit, try to be. I mean, he throws little awkward punches, but after you get the timing down, he's really straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? There's no levels to his game. You know what I'm saying? Really, there is no levels to his, especially his game. You know, and yeah, he can't contend with his Crawford speed, his power. Crawford. Another thing I noticed about Crawford, which is gonna make it for a good fight with Errol Spence, but that's for a later conversation because we know that fight's not gonna come out anytime soon. But he's also a very good body shot, body puncher. Or he goes. He knows how to break you down. He knows how to break the body down. He's really good at that. You look at all these fights, he has a good, consistent body attack, and that's how you beat the guy. You know, you can't just always go for head hunting. You know, and I think a lot of guys miss that understanding. But a lot of people just like go head hunting, man. You start from the body, you break the body down, everything else is gonna break down. You know, what else? Yeah, and he Horn didn't like those shots. Horn was outclassed. Didn't know where he was. You know, that was a whole different level. A rematch is not mandatory at all. I know in the press conference, I think his promoter asked the media if they wanted a rematch, and I don't know how many of the medias raised their hands, but there's no a rematch is not warranted. I don't need to see a rematch, because if a rematch comes, he's just gonna get stopped even earlier. There's no point of a rematch. You know, what Horn needs to do is go back to the drawing board, see how he can get himself up from here. You know, if he wants a rematch, he has to earn himself a rematch. Now he's not even warranted a rematch. He needs to go get some fights under his belt, get some wins, and see if he can build himself back up into the welterweight division. He's still a formidable opponent right now because he's a former WBO and he beat Manny Pacquiao. But a rematch is not warranted. I don't care to see a rematch right now. No interest to see a rematch. You know. As for Terence Crawford, where he goes from here, I'd like to see him against any other welterweight. If he doesn't get, you know, I know Sean Porter, Danny Garcia got their own date. I'd like to go see him against any other B-level welterweight. I don't know if Lamont Peterson, if he still wants to fight. I heard he still wants to fight. A match against Lamont Peterson would be excellent. Lamont Peterson. Yeah. Or I know Berto and Alexander has their own date, so they're taking any one of them would have been a very good busy fight to take up until one of those champions are ready to fight. So one of the champions are free. You know, Keith Thurman is still injured, so but he has a fight. His fight was postponed until September, I heard. So he's not gonna obviously fight Terence Crawford. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that he needs like another B level fight. So we don't know what's gonna happen with Terence Crawford, but to make it more concise of what I'm thinking right now, no one's messing with Bud Crawford. His hardest opponent or his toughest match is gonna be Errol Spence. And I don't even put my thoughts into that because that's like a fight that's gonna happen later on. But man, he just made him case for himself of being the top welterweight. We're going to be the top welterweight when it's all said and done. He's gonna make a case for him of being the only man standing, man. I'm telling you, man. Not saying Errol Spence can't beat him, but man, the way he's looking, man, his skills, man. When it's all said and done, it's looking like where his career's going. He's looking like he's gonna go down like Mayweather and Andre Ward. That's what he's looking like. He's in that class right now. His skills, the way he's fighting, he's on that class, man. And when it's all said and done, he could if he wants to, he can clear out the welterweight division and then retire within a couple of years. Because I think what is he, 31, 32? 30 years old, around there. He could close out the welterweight division and retire if he wants to, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Now, legitimate that happening. He only stands one person. That's Errol Spence. After that, he clears out the welterweight division. He beats Keith Thurman to me. He beats Sean Porter to me, and he beats Danny Garcia easily. Especially Danny and Sean Porter. His two toughest matches will be against probably Thurman and especially Errol. But he'll beat Thurman. His toughest match will be against Errol, and then it'll be Thurman. And then Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, they're easy work for him, especially Danny. Danny, we're not even talking about him. We're not gonna talk about that. But when it's all said and done, man, he's gonna be the classes of Andre Ward and Mayweather. And if he wants to, he could. And if he wants to continue his career after that, he can go up to 154 and he doesn't have to clear the division, but he can get a belt if he wants to. I think he can get a belt even at 154, man. His skills is that great, and he's strong. So that's just my post reaction to that fight. Excellent fight, excellent performance. He blew my expectations in that fight. I thought it would be a little more tougher, but I think what I took away from that fight is that he's strong. Even at 47, he's real strong. He's real strong. He got that deceptive strength, man. He reminds me a little bit. And he has power, man. He has power. He might not have like one punch knockout power, but he has power. He might be a little bit of Tommy Hearns a little bit. That's just my opinion. Great fight. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video, and I'll holler at y'all. Peace. I'll hit y'all later.